Plaintiff Carmela Newkirk says the defendant claims to be a mechanic, but he's nothing more than a con artist who scammed everyone in the neighborhood. Carmela claims she bought a car from the defendant, but it turned out to be a lemon. So she's suing because she wants her money back. Defendant Trotty Simmons insists he's been a mechanic for 25 years and he's not a con artist. Trotty says Carmela asked him for sex on numerous occasions, and when he rejected her, she intentionally damaged the vehicle. Trotty refuses to refund Carmela's money because he sold it to her as is, and he's countersuing for the repairs.
Start with you.
I met Trotty on or about January 2005 at a local store in Charlotte, North Carolina, where we reside. He then told me that he was a mechanic and how professional he was and how he had been a mechanic for so many years. And that at the time, I didn't know that he was the con artist that he is. He's known around town as this con artist also.
Give me some examples of what they allege he has done.
If you could give that
What
to
is
him.
this?
This is a letter from my next door neighbor who has done business with him.
So he went up the whole block. Huh?
Okay.
I was looking
And
out
I'm
my
the new
window.
kid on the block.
He gets women to buy cars or pretend that he is a mechanic, especially when they receive their taxes. We allow him to respond to that.
Sir, that's not true. Judge, I have to be honest with you. I am a mechanic, and I have been for 25 years. And the con artist game really should fit the other shoe. I wear a size 13 over here, and that's not the right size shoe.
All right, let me stop you and let her tell me some things about what happened.
Okay, 2009, I saw him a couple months before I received my taxes and told him, Trotty, I'm looking for a car. You know, I've been looking for a car for about a year now. He told me he had the perfect car for me. I paid him $1,800.
For what type of car?
A 1989 Buick Regal.
Was any type of guarantee or warranty discussed?
No.
Okay.
As a matter of fact,
And what happened with the car?
I drove the car from his shop to my house, which is less than 10 minutes, turned the car off, didn't even move out of the car, went to turn it back on, and it wouldn't start. I let him take it back to his shop to fix it. The next day, I went out on the highway, 277.
What happened then?
The car completely stopped on its own by itself.
Okay, did you determine what was wrong with it?
It was clanking and carrying on, and I told
Did you
him.
get that fixed?
No.
Did you determine what that was caused by?
No, he took the car. He happened to be driving by
And
when I
has
was.
he returned it?
No.
Okay. Sir, what do you want to tell me?
Sir, let me a little bit about our personal relationship first.
We don't have a personal
Me
relationship.
and Camilla, I have never been interested in Camilla, but she has on numerous occasions asked for sex.
Are you kidding me? Trotty, you're lying. You are lying.
I quote, Your Honor,
my goodness.
from her lips, she asked if she could jump on my bones. And I said,
Honor, that's a lie.
quote, Your Honor.
Oh my goodness.
She asked if she could
I
jump
do
on my
not-
bones.
Oh my goodness.
And because I refused,
I don't believe this.
she tore up my car. Now I can go from right there and tell you exactly what happened. When I sold Camilla the car.
No. You said tear up your car.
Yeah, she tore up the car.
Not the car you sold her.
The car I sold her. That car that I
it wasn't
sold.
yours once
No.
you sold
Well,
it
yeah,
to her.
exactly.
It really
Her
was
car,
his
the car
because
that I
he never
sold
gave me
her.
a title, Your Honor. I never had a title to
Go
get
ahead.
tags
All
or
right.
anything
Go
on this
ahead,
car.
sir.
It's his car.
Thank you.
Sir, like I said, she was upset because I
What
wasn't.
happened with the car? When she took the car off the lot, did it work?
Yes, sir, it did.
When did she call you and say there was a problem?
She called me the very next day and she said she had a problem with the car.
Did you try and fix it?
I went over to her house and I repaired the car.
And by
in
the
her
way, you don't have a
driveway.
legal obligation because it was an
Sold as
as-is
is.
sale
Yes, sir.
unless you gave her a warranty. However, there is a theory in the law. If a person asks you if anything's wrong with it and you tell them no, and then within 24 hours there is something wrong with it, there's a presumption that you've misled that person. And misrepresentation is a claim under which you can get your money back regardless of whether it was a as-is with no warranty.
Well, Your
So
Honor-
let's see if you misrepresented the sale. First of all, did you tell her nothing was wrong with it?
Sir, I told her the car was in fair running condition.
Good enough. So what did you do?
I went over and I repaired the starter. I bought the starter.
When is the next time you heard from her saying it wasn't operating?
She called me and said the alternator went out, and she paid about 2-3 days later.
All right, so we're on the 4th day, and there's 2 things that have stopped it from operating.
Exactly. Your Honor, the next time I saw Camilla, she was broke down at a service station. Someone had knocked a hole in the oil pan, and the oil pan had leaked all the oil out of the car, and now the engine was knocking. So I determined that's what was wrong with the car. I took the car back to Camilla's house and left it there. Several days later, she called me and asked me for her money back. Before I discovered the oil pan was damaged, I told Camilla that I would return some of the money back, her money back. So, and here's Your Honor, where she signed for 3 payments of $300.
Ma'am, how much did you pay for the car? $1,800?
Yes, sir.
And he's giving you $900 of your money back?
Yes.
Who has the car?
He has the car.
All right.
He's had the car since it broke down at the gas station.
All right. Where do we get to $1,300? That's the emotional distress.
Yes, sir.
What's your emotional distress for?
Your Honor, through all the aggravation I went through this, I was seeking medical.
Okay.
Anyway, my blood pressure went out of control.
All right. That's not something I'm going to grant you emotional distress for. People's cars break down all the time once they buy a car.
No, Your Honor,
you can't,
I was
ma'am,
stuck
that's
out on...
enough. Go ahead, sir. Your counterclaim for $1,859 is for what?
My counterclaim is for the replacement of the engine of $935. 270.
Do you have any evidence, independent evidence, not your own analysis, that showed that there was a hole in the pan?
I have a witness, Your Honor.
Okay, step up, sir. State your name.
How you doing, Judge? I'm Clifton Pearson.
You know anything about cars?
Yeah, I know a little bit.
How so?
Just my
What's
uncle
your training?
I don't have a training. I'm saying my uncle has a shop. We've been having a shop for a long time, and I've been around cars.
Did you observe what he's saying regarding the engine?
Yes, I did.
And what was that?
Where the pan was busted. From hitting the pothole, just driving a little rough.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have any pictures of a hole?
No, sir, I don't have that evidence today.
Ma'am, did he ever tell you about a hole in the
Never.
pan?
I haven't heard anything about this.
This is the first time you've ever heard it?
First time I'm hearing this.
But she did say that the vehicle was knocking at the service station.
Yeah, but you should have told her why.
Yes,
if
sir,
you're sitting here telling me now, then why didn't you tell her then?
The next conversation I had was, I'm going to sue you. She said she was going to sue me.
No, you would have told her.
Well, I didn't
I'm
see
not
it that
granting
day,
you anything,
Your Honor.
sir. Your case is dismissed. You did not tell this woman that she caused this problem.
Your Honor.
$900 for the plaintiff. You're getting your money back because I believe he misrepresented the sale of that car. Today, he admitted to me that he told you it was in fair condition, and if it cut off after the first run, it's not fair condition, sir. Have a good day. That's my decision.